This video was uploaded by Days of Horror, who believe they've captured a shadow figure at the haunted 30 East Drive house. 30 East Drive is a property in Pontefract, West Yorkshire, England, that has gained notoriety as one of the most haunted houses in the country. I'm sure many of you have seen the following video.
And you see some shadows, but that is me putting my phone in my other arm. Right.
The house is often referred to as the Black Monk House due to its association with alleged paranormal activity involving a sinister monk-like figure.
Oh, I just did something in the room, so I'll just go up the stairs. There's the horrible mirror. What the hell was that?
The house was built in the 1950s and has been the site of various paranormal occurrences for decades. The most famous of these events occurred in the late 1960s.
Have I to really go up there? Ah! What?
The reported paranormal phenomena in the house included objects moving on their own, unexplained noises, water pools appearing on the floor, and even physical attacks on family members.
God. Okay. I'm up to the top of the stairs.
These events were often attributed to a malevolent spirit or entity known as the Black Monk.
This is the living room. Now we do have a GoPro already recording in the corner, and it's trying to hopefully pick up the cat ball flashing. If you can get this cat ball, this little toy here, to start flashing, we'd appreciate it. Or likewise can get this, again, this green light to start flashing. We'd appreciate that if you can catch it on camera.
Take a look at the back window as the investigator makes his way through the house. Notice the dark figure that can be seen in the bottom left corner. What could explain this strange disappearing shape? Is this possibly just a curious onlooker peeking into the home? Or is this the Black Monk making himself known to the man? And now a big thank you to our today's video sponsor, boot.dev. As a former technical artist, I always thought ways to enhance my scripting and programming expertise. Let's be honest, immersing yourself in code for hours can be quite a daunting task. But what if I told you there's a solution that makes learning Python and Go feel like an exhilarating adventure? Boot.dev is your gateway to a captivating online self-paced learning experience that makes you feel like playing an actual RPG game. Within this dynamic platform, students embark on a journey to earn XP, unlock achievements, and conquer quests, all while aiming for the top spot on the global leaderboard. It's not just learning, it's an incredible, skill-building adventure. But here's the kicker. Boot.dev can be your ticket to an exciting career. According to Stack Overflow, back-end developers in the United States earn the median salary of over $100,000 in 2022, often enjoying the flexibility of remote work. What's the story behind Boot.dev, you ask? It was crafted with passion by Lane and Alan, huge World of Warcraft enthusiasts. They're not just behind the scenes, they're right there with you in the Boot.dev Discord community, ready to provide assistance whenever you need it. So picture this, mastering a valuable skill while indulging in the excitement of a game. Plus, when you use my code KingFrostmare, you'll enjoy a 25% discount on your first payment. That means either 25% off your first month, or if you sign up for a whole year, that gives you 25% off the whole year. Simply click the link in the video's description to embark on this extraordinary journey. Now we want to take a look at Lainey and Ben, who have been plagued with paranormal events in their home, and have taken to the internet to share these sightings, trying to find answers to the strange phenomena they are experiencing. In this latest clip, they believe they may have captured a shadow person while watching a horror movie. Shadow figures, often referred to as shadow people, are mysterious and elusive paranormal phenomena that have been reported by people around the world.
You're watching, what's this then?
The Possession of Hannah Grace.
Okay, The Possession of Hannah Grace. And we keep thinking, well, I thought on 2 occasions I'd seen something. You did too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm
Over
fairly
here.
certain I've seen something.
So we're gonna prop this up on our trusty salt mill. Right, shall we?
Take a look at the strange shadow captured on film. Do you agree that this may be a shadow person stalking them? Or what else could this be? The following clip was uploaded to Reddit by user Heron to the paranormal video subreddit. About it, he wrote, "My father used to work as a security guard in a building, night shift, and repeatedly during the early morning he would send me these videos. We never had the slightest idea what it could be, but if you ask me, I would say that it's a woman." In the video, a white shadowy shape is seen floating or standing in the hallway. However, commenters noticed the strange way the figure seems to be swaying, as though it is turning or looking around the room in a very human way. The original uploader mentioned that this was not the first time unexplained things happened in this building. Perhaps it truly is haunted by this womanly figure. What are your thoughts on this? The following clips come from user MVRTNES from Chile, who believes his apartment may be haunted by a poltergeist who is communicating by knocking on doors and disturbing objects around the house. Poltergeists are a type of paranormal phenomenon, a supernatural entity, often associated with mischievous or disruptive activities, so it makes sense that a poltergeist might be responsible for these strange occurrences. In this video, Martinez starts filming when he hears the ghostly knocking.
Conche su madre, weón. Estaba viendo película, weón, y como que, weón, estaban golpeando la puerta, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro. No, weón. Concha. Concha su madre, weón. Ay, weón. A mí no me dan tanto miedo estas weas, pero es que estoy solo, weón, de verdad. Otras veces he estado acompañado, no sé, o con mi mamá, no sé, pero ahora yo vivo solo y esta wea. No. Ya, pues, weón. Ay, weón. Ya. Uy, weón, me asusté con el reflejo, concha su madre. Nada ahí. Oh, weón, sí. No hay nadie, weón, este closet no. Uy. Se cayó esa weá, weón. Estoy yo nomás, weón, será. La ropa. Escuché toda la sombra.
Things begin to escalate when his lights start to flicker, and then it seems some force even knocks over the lamp in the bedroom.
Bueno, ya estoy ordenando aquí la ropa porque ya como me tengo que ir y desocupar todo lo que es el departamento. Tengo que obviamente sacar toda la... Ya no puedo hacer nada, pero estaba ordenando y de nuevo se cayeron cosas. Ya obviamente se vuelve como un poquito normal, entre comillas. Pero no voy a negar que me da un poquito de miedo. Y sí. Obviamente tengo que desocupar acá. Y corta el hueveo, weón. Ustedes escucharon ahí. Acabo de salir de acá y no, ya estaba todo en su lugar. Ya.
In this next clip, Martinez captures something very strange in his
Pero
kitchen.
bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer?
Notice the way the chair moves completely on its own, and as he pans over to the other side, we do see there's no person or objects that could have possibly moved the bar stool.
Estoy, ¿cómo se dice? Un poquito ya cansado, como que no... Cosa que pasa, cosa que suena, que se cae, ya es como... Chucha. Ya es como, ya, pico. ¿Qué le voy a hacer? De nuevo se me agotó la memoria, pero... Bueno, yo no sé... No sé qué más decirles, qué más hacer, ya les mostré. Ni siquiera quería subir esto, pero creo que grabando igual como que me siento un poquito más acompañado porque ustedes saben. No pesquemos, no pesquemos, pero conche su madre. Es que es imposible no pescar, weón, si está...
Let me know, is this the work of a poltergeist or something else?
Tampoco.
This video by Ghost Tech Paranormal takes place in an old abandoned rectory school, which has a history dating back to the 1800s. It all began in 1805 when lessons were held in the ancient St. Peter's Church, which has been around since the 6th century. Over time, as more kids wanted to attend, they built a new school with a rectory behind the church. The school served the village and nearby areas faithfully until it closed its doors in 2012. But there are many rumors of paranormal activity, especially sightings of shadowy figures that appear to be children.
If you look behind Mark, a figure seems to move from left to right as Mark walks by.
In this clip, investigator Mark is checking out one of the classrooms when suddenly a shadowy figure comes out of the darkness on the right side and stands right in front of him. Take a look at these screenshots from the video, where you can see the shadowy figure better. It looks too tall to be a child. Perhaps this is the spirit of a former teacher or a member of the church.
To check our static cam after we all hear an electronic noise as if the camera had shut down. I look into the next room and in the corner I see a dark cloaked figure. You can just make out what I have seen on my camera just before I jump back in surprise.
Could this have been an actual shadow figure that was caught by chance? During the investigation, the team snapped some photos from the outside of the school, and while editing this episode, an editor noticed that one of the pictures showed a shadowy figure. that looked like it was peering out from inside the doorway of the building. Pretty creepy, isn't it? The next video is a paranormal investigation of Seaview Asylum in New Zealand from Channel Omega. Seaview is known for its eerie reputation, especially among paranormal investigators. It was established in 1872, situated on the cliffs near Hokiata and covering around 150 acres. Like many other institutions of its kind, it has a dark history of rumored off-the-record experiments, extreme treatments, and other serious misconduct. The asylum exudes a palpable sense of negative energy throughout the entire property. There have been even claims that the tennis court might have been an unmarked graveyard. Despite this unsettling history, Omega decides to conduct an overnight stay in his quest to explore and uncover the paranormal.
So you obviously, did he appear in that window? Yeah. So you obviously, he heard the EMF went off several times. Yeah, I got it. And he's appeared in that window. Yeah. You know, you can see face in that window. You caught it? I've got it on my camera. Did you? Everybody saw that?
I saw nothing on the camera on my one.
At one point late in the night, the team manages to capture a chilling moment that appears to be a ghost sighting through a window. If you take a close look at both camera feeds, it's evident that there's something in the window, and it's not just a stain on the glass itself. It's strange because the way the light reflects off, it suggests it's something other than a typical smudge. What makes it even more bizarre is that both cameras were capturing the figure from nearly the same angle. Yet for some inexplicable reason, this figure appeared on opposite sides of the window.
Is really a ghost showing itself after I taunted it? Or is there a clearer explanation to this one that we're all not seeing?
This raises the question, was this actually a ghost, making itself visible to the team? Or is it possibly something else that they've captured that night? This video was uploaded by Andrea, also known as Miss Susayaya, an urban explorer who also visits haunted locations around Indonesia in search of paranormal evidence. In this video, she spends an overnight trip in a haunted mansion in Jakarta, the large capital city of Indonesia. This house has been known to terrorize its inhabitants, apparently with strange noises that sound like people talking, or whispering in rooms that are empty, and even once the homeowner said that he saw a ghost of an unknown woman in his bedroom, who quickly disappeared shortly after. Andrea noticed throughout her time in the home that she was experiencing some headaches and dizziness, and could that possibly be a result of the paranormal forces in the home? While at the house, Andrea believes she may have captured a shot of a spirit known as Kuntilanak. Kuntilanak is a well-known figure in Southeast Asian folklore. Based on the description, do you believe that Andrea may have captured a sighting of a Kuntilanak? It certainly seems possible, given the forested area the mansion is located in. Is it possible the homeowner also saw the same spirit in his bedroom that night? This video by The Haunted Site is an investigation of the Schultz house located in the Sutro Tunnel ghost town in Nevada. The team had just reached the Sutro Tunnel property. The old Schultz house is a place dripping with creepy stories and tales of strange things that had occurred within its walls. Not much is known about the history of the house. However, it is said that most of these strange encounters are said to involve childlike spirits. In fact, almost immediately after entering the home, the group believed to have heard children's giggles coming from the empty parts of the house.
Do you want me to go upstairs? Oh, I heard something. It sounded like I think that was the spirit box, but it scared the hell out of me. Here, I'm gonna grab this REM pod.
Take a look at this possible shadow figure sighting that went completely missed by the crew. Could this be a curious child spirit peeking down at all the new people and cameras?
You know what it feels like right now? Oh my god. It seriously feels like I'm playing hide and go seek right now. Yup. It seriously feels like I'm playing hide and go seek right now. Yup. Is that what we're doing? Okay, that's like, I'm not even kidding. Do you want me to come and try and find you? Oh. Do you want me to come and try and find you? Oh. Did you hear that?
It seems that another shadow figure is caught on film a short while later.
Sound goes right next to me. Here. I'm gonna... What was that? Here. I'm gonna...
It is seen walking through the hallway from right to left. And notice the way the lights in the back of the room disappear behind the shadow. However, doesn't it seem slightly tall to be a child? Perhaps there are also some adult spirits lurking these halls. What do you think? This is another cave recording, which was captured on a trip that a group of friends undertook many years ago. Local legends are speaking of strange specters and apparitions that can be seen in there, but unfortunately the group was unlucky, at least that's what they thought at first. After analyzing the footage, they noticed that there was an eerie figure. Some do claim to see a woman in a dress, possibly a spirit from another time. Does this sound plausible? Of course, the bad quality due to the age of the footage doesn't really help answering that question for us, but it does make one wonder, did nobody notice that thing at the time? Really creepy. The following video has been shared by a concerned user on Reddit. He's not particularly invested with the world of the paranormal, but found that the following encounter really was strange. He wrote, skeptic here. We are lucky enough to have a 1-year-old who sleeps through the night, so when he was up crying for over 2 hours, I knew something was off. After seeing the motion sensors going on and off, we checked the cameras. I don't think we will be sleeping either. A tall figure walking through the grass. You can see that it doesn't move with the aggressive wind and turns right after the deck. The user also states that the bottom storage portion of the deck is about 6 feet tall and the white cast spans the entire height, so this is pretty weird. What do you think about this? Is it just a strange anomaly on the lens, a bug, or a light perhaps? Or did something manifest while coming out of the baby's room? Who knows? Sarah has sent me the following video, which is named Strange Noises Coming from Grave in Iran and was recorded by Truth Eyes. All that is said is that weird noises could be captured that seem to be stemming out of a burial hole. And that's creepy by itself, I find. Let's listen. While these noises are pretty nightmare-inducing, I wonder if it could have been caused by an animal. A homeless person perhaps, who for whatever reason made it into the grave, or something from another realm. The following was shared by Laura Hanniken. She and her fiancé also noticed that something quite terrifying was captured in the bedroom of their little baby daughter. It was captured shortly after the two had put the baby to sleep. And it's safe to say that none of the two remained in the baby's room. However, the camera might have proven otherwise. There is a pair of legs walking by, the legs of a ghost perhaps. The couple literally had no idea to whom they could have belonged to, and it freaked them out quite a lot. The young woman even comments on this event on her profile.
It never had crossed my mind until I read a comment that said check the attic, and then it hit me like, holy, we have an attic in our closet. So he goes up there and doesn't see anything really out of the ordinary, no signs of, I guess, a squatter really. But he did find an unopened can of food.
So, do you think that we became witness of a real paranormal event here? Or what else was going on? A squatter, perhaps? That's even more creepy. Maybe it's a good idea to move this place as soon as possible. The following is another really creepy recording which was sent to me by Brian and which features another of these bone-chilling Japanese video clips. It was recorded by a young man who saw a strange woman sneaking around in front of their house close to the fields. His idea was to see what she was up to and to possibly confront her about this strange behavior. He follows her, only to lose her for a moment. He walks around for a while, and it got dark in the meantime. After hearing some noises that sound pretty similar to his cell phone, the following unfolds. creepy woman with a distorted face runs towards him on all four limbs and simply disappears. Terrifying. Again, probably just a film project, but a real goosebumpy one. Happy Halloween, everybody. The following video was posted by a young man who states that in this recording he came across something really unsettling. Apparently he had heard strange noises lately that, for whatever reason, seemed to occur after dark. He was just about to call his night when he felt that something wasn't right. He states, "Going upstairs to bed and felt scared all of a sudden. This really freaked me out." He wasn't sure what he saw that night, but if we take a better look, one could think that a creepy face is lurking out from the left lower corner in the other room. He was alone that night, so whatever this thing is wasn't supposed to be there. Are we looking at a ghost here, or do you have a better explanation? Next video we want to take a look at was sent by Plant Eater 90. It was found on the profile of Follow Pete and Ash. Supposedly they captured something rather sinister one night on one of their trail cams. A pale thing is peeking out from behind the tree. On the right side of the screen, many people commented that this probably was some form of skinwalker or even a rake kind of creature. Whilst there are many theories, the simplest answer would be that this is just a film project by Pete and Ash. And if so, it's a really terrifying one, but pretty well done. Now we want to take a look at a video from user Danny Tumia. He stated in the past that he and his family are living in a really old apartment complex that before renovation work was serving as a hotel. Many ghost stories are being told by the building management, and Danny has seen some really weird stuff in there as well. Today he was following his son into the building's elevator to go back to their unit. It was then that he caught something pretty mysterious.
What? He just said the boy's in here. Since he's still a fetus, I really didn't understand what he meant.
Bro, right above you. What is that? On the wall. No, do you see that? What? Bro.
Danny states that he saw something strange right above his son, and then there were those two handprints that appeared out of nowhere. They look tiny, so it is believed that they belong to a child, a ghost child perhaps. His son is talking about a little boy that he's seeing once in a while. Could he be the reason for this event? Really eerie, isn't it? User Reslan has shared the pretty strange encounter in the paranormal section of Reddit. He lives in Malaysia and was out the night when this video was recorded. He states that initially his eye had caught a strange shape at the other side of the street, Besides an unusual weeping noise, he felt that what he was seeing was relatively unnatural. Could we be seeing a ghost here? Some commentators state that this sheet looks like a telekung, a prayer garb that is usually worn by Indonesian and Malaysian women. Could it be so? It's pretty hard to say if this could be an actual ghost or just a regular woman in the end. Nevertheless, the man found this encounter extremely creepy. The following video was sent by Tobias M, and he forwarded this originally from Sinistro Hendrik Alves. It was captured by family in the United States that has had some pretty strange events unfolding in the past weeks. Apparently, they received a lot of motion alarms at night, only to be seeing weird hovering objects that were making it through their yard and driveway. This was one of their latest recordings. Could it just be spider webs or a bug? Very unlikely, says the family. It happens so frequently at night that they believe something else is going on here. What do you think? Paranormal? Or something way more rational? The following video was forwarded by Entienne and initially published by Pasillo. It was recorded in an old house by a young man who states that paranormal activity has become an almost daily occurrence. He moved in recently and didn't really think anything of the activity for the first couple of weeks. Loud noises and things falling down, in most cases, can have a rational explanation, right? But when he started to see the shadow of a little kid once in a while, he realized that something else was going on. The man has no pets, so whatever he recorded in this video lacks any kind of explanation, at least for him. A strange moaning can be heard, which freaks our cameraman out quite a bit. But due to the fan and the car noises outside, it's not really possible to pinpoint exactly where it might have originated from. This would appear like a pair of eyes, which, based on him having no animals, is quite the unusual sighting, if we believe him, of course. There's also something else, hiding behind the sofa chair, but what exactly is it? Almost impossible to say in my opinion. Could it be a real haunting here? This video was found in the paranormal section of Reddit. Two young men were supposedly discovering the tunnels of an old mine. They were going on trips together quite frequently and found some really strange stuff in some of these tunnels, to say the least. But this video was a bit different than the others. As they were making it through the abandoned mine shafts, the man filming can capture something without even noticing it at the time.
No squeezing yet.
There's a large shadow standing in the distance. The men were sure that it couldn't have been caused by any of the two, and there was nobody else in there. After a quick pan, this shadow has just vanished. The shadow itself also is looking quite a bit odd in terms of proportion. The head looks quite big, but it also could be that whoever is reflected on the rocks here is wearing a jacket with a large collar. They had no idea what we were seeing here. It was an inexplicable event for the two men, up until this day. The following video was uploaded by user Chase the Bass. The young man is sharing videos that revolve about his daily life, and it's mostly just thoughts that he likes to share with his viewer base. The video today, though, was a little bit different. What inspired the following monologue is a recording that his parents could come up with on the CCTV camera in the living room. They were quite a bit unnerved and believed to have captured something from another world. Let's hear Chase explain the situation to us.
My parents have security cameras in their living room, and a few months ago they caught a ghost on camera. I haven't posted it on here because I feel like no one would believe me, or they would just say that I stole someone else's video and I'm just putting it on here for clout. But if anyone wants to see it, I guess I'll post it. So if any of my 45 followers want to see it, I guess.
The night in question. It all transpired shortly before Christmas. His parents were in the bedroom at the time. However, something turned off their nightlight, and then this was captured. Something is clearly walking through the living room. Nobody had any clue who that was, or what it was. To this day, they believe this to be a ghost that might have visited them that night. Maybe a former owner.